In this video, we are going to understand how to insert an histogram chart using the data analysis tool pack. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the histogram chart with this data here for the amount spent in dollars. Before you start the process, I would recommend finding out what the maximum and minimum figures are within this range of data. And you can see I have actually written out a minimum and maximum function here. And then you would create something called a bin, which is this here. So a bin can also be called as compartment or compartments. And what I have done is I have created 10 compartments. Just select this here and you can see here that we have a count of 10. And each compartment goes up in an intervals of 2. So once again, as a recommendation, I would recommend that this figure here, the minimum and maximum, fit within the range of data here. So obviously 10.06 is larger than 10 and 27.69 is less than 28. I will show you a slightly different example in a second where you don't have to stick to this rule. This is a good way just to get started. So just like before, we don't have to select anything. We'll just have to go to the data tab here, data analysis, and this time we have to select histogram, which will be here, and we have to click OK. The input range is going to be this amount spent here. We'll input it. The bin range will be this here. We will select that and we'll input this also. And because I did not select any of these headers, I can leave the labels unchecked. The output range will be this column here, so I'll just input that, and then I'm just going to check on chart output so that we actually get a chart. So now I can click OK, and this is what you end up with. What I'll do is I'll just delete this because we don't actually need it, and I think now it looks a little better. So what is this chart telling us? Well, basically, if I just hover my mouse over the number 12 compartment or bin, this is telling us that we have a value of 4 or a frequency of 4. So this means that there's actually 4 values between 10 to 12 within this data here. Then the next one is compartment 14. If I hover my mouse over this, we will get a value of 5. So I know that there is actually 5 values between 12 and 14 once again within this source data. And once you understand that pattern, I suppose the rest of the chart starts to make sense. So let's say this is for a bakery or something like that. Just looking at the histogram chart, I can see that most of the sales are coming from the people who spend $10 to $14. And then of course there's some interest between $20 and $26. So like I said at the beginning, you would create a bin or compartment like this here. And I also recommended that these numbers, the minimum and maximum, fit within the range of values here. But just down below I have an example where I haven't done this. Once again I am using the same data here, this column, but with the bin range I have only created 5 compartments, and each compartment goes up in intervals of 4. And then I have gone through the same process of activating this histogram tool. It is the exact same process where I would select the data up here and then this bin range and then click on the chart output, and this is what we end up with. So instead of 10 compartments like in this chart up here, we end up with 5 because this is what is specified here. So basically this histogram chart is telling us the same thing as this chart up here. It is telling us that most of the sales comes from the people who spend $14 or less. But I do think that this chart up here is probably a little bit better because you get to see some of the more finer details. But the main point I want to make is you can choose how many compartments you want and what intervals are as well. Now we are going to move on to a tool called ANOVA single factor. So for that you need to come to this spreadsheet here, the ANOVA single factor spreadsheet. Here I have given a simple overview of what ANOVA single factor is all about. You can just read it from this text box here. So basically, ANOVA single factor helps you to answer the question, are there significant differences between the averages of these groups? And the groups are these three groups here, the world's fastest dog breeds. We have a Saluki, a Whippet, and a Greyhound. So with this tool active, you can see how the Greyhound has much higher average compared to the Whippet and the Saluki. So I would say that that's pretty simple to understand when it comes to the variance. The Greyhound has much higher variance than the other two dog breeds. So I can see once again that the Greyhound on average is faster than the other two dog breeds. So what I will do now is I will just select this table here. All of this information, come to Home tab, come to Clear and clear all. Once again, you don't need to select anything. You can come to the Data tab, Data Analysis, and what we need is this ANOVA single factor. Just select this and click OK. This prompt will open up. The input range is going to be the headers and this information here. You don't really have to select the headers, but when we have the results given back to us, it's nice just to see what these dog breeds are. So we'll just input that. Because we are dealing with columns, I will leave the columns checked on. The labels are selected on this occasion, so we'll just check this box. And the output range is going to be this cell here, so I'll just select that and I'll input it, and now we can click OK, and we end up with the same results that we had a moment ago. So that's all I'll be covering with the data analysis tool pack.